G'day guys, Ash here again. Today I'm going to be using my nifty little table saw there. I'm going to make some mobile phone holders out of some Western Australian Jarrah and some American hard maple. Let's get to it. Now, as always, when using a table saw or any other power equipment, make sure you use proper equipment such as eye protection, hearing protection. You don't get spares of those. Alright, so I've got some of this American hard maple and some Jarrah. The hard maple I plan to use for some cutting boards, but this one's got some imperfections in it. Imperfections don't bother me when it comes to using something that doesn't need food on it. So I'm going to use these for these mobile phone holders. I'm going to cut them into little strips, glue them together, and cut a little trench out of it to put the phone in. Now at the moment, I've got the fence set up out wide, so it's out of the way. Simple realignment. Now come in. Now, I want the strips of Jarrah to be thin, and maybe the maple to be a bit thicker. So come down here, so adjust it. Trim the ends up. I just wanted to show you some imperfections that there are here. On the maple there's some knots, and when you go to the edge you can actually see it goes right down in there. This crack shot goes all the way through. So I'm actually gonna, in the next step, I'm gonna fill that with some resin. Yeah. Pro tip. Always allow the blade to stop before lifting. It stops tear out and other nasty things happening. Yeah, it's a good one. As you can see, right in there, there's still a bit of a gap in there, so I'm just going to fill it up with some resin when I do that bit. So, all will be well that ends well, and let's hope it ends well. Now I've just marked halfway on this. I'm just going to chop it in half so that I have 2 blocks to work with. Today I'm using Color Obsession casting resin. Not had too bad a run with this stuff. It's a bit thick, but it still works. And I'm using this blue Michael Pearl, which I love. Let me know what colour you'd like in the comments below. Now, didn't get it on camera, but I poured that resin. I've cleaned it up on the table saw for the most part. Now we're left with nice stabilised knot. Cracks are filled in fairly well. They'll hold together nicely. Now just sand it up to your desired grit. I've got 80 on here, and I'm going to take it up to about 1000. Here we go. Hey guys, day 3 of my quick little build that's quickly turning into not a quick little build. I realized after kicking in and doing the sanding yesterday, I made a mistake. I haven't cut the slots for the phone, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll just resand again later. Good thing I like sanding. Have a go at this. This is my dodgy dust extractor setup. Didn't have the right connector to go on my new saw, so I made one out of a plastic cup and some duct tape. Works like a charm. Good old Aussie ingenuity, eh? Now I don't know if you can tell, but I already polished these up to 1000 grit. They're smooth as. But because I didn't cut that track, making that mistake, got to go back to square one and go through the sanding process again. Schmeck. Finish them off. I've just got my own home mix of, I call it board butter. It's beeswax and mineral oil. So yeah, I'll chuck some finish on them now. Finish them up. There you go, guys. Quick little project. Well, should have been quick anyway. I didn't take into account glue drying. I got a day job. This is just a hobby, so it took overnight. I let it dry overnight. But tight bond, you know, you can just leave it for half an hour or so, and it will hold. Also, I used some resin on a big knot. Let that sit for another day. If I used good bits, that wouldn't have happened. But in the end, pretty happy with how they turned out. Just using scrap from my cutting board projects. I make premium cutting boards, sell them. So to be able to use those offcuts instead of throwing it away, timber is expensive these days. So yeah, probably sell these guys for like 20-30 bucks each. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. Helps me to keep producing stuff like this. So I'll see you on the next go round.